the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
What's going down, gamblers? It's the coach from Brothas N Bets. Excuse me. Y'all got to excuse me, man. We've been getting that money, and I'm a little bit under the weather now, but I am the coach, and I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Marley Bets. Marley, what's going down with you?
What is the deal? Let's get this bread in, man. Saturday morning showtime.
Yeah. It's a lot of money to be made, a lot of money to be paid, man. And if you ain't been following, my icon can tell you right there, break yourself, fool. We broke Vegas, all right? We achieved the chase to 10K last week, and we achieved the chase to 20K this week, and we still got some more money to be made, man. But we got a lot of games. We got a lot of games to cover. Some games we don't have plays for. Some games we do. So be sure to follow us on all of our social media outlets, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the one and only YouTube. And let's get to this bread. We got the Big 12 championship going down today. We got the Pac-12 championship going down today. We got the Big East championship going down today. Let's see. Am I missing anything else? We got the ACC championship going down today. So it's a lot of money to be made. And then we're in quarterfinals of some of the other games like the American Conference, the SEC. Who else am I missing? The Big Ten. Yeah, man, it's going down today, man, for sure. But how you feel, Marley?
I feel good. We had a great day yesterday. As you know, like you said, you hit the 20K challenge. So let's carry that shit over to today. Last couple Saturdays ain't been too good for your boy, but I feel good today. I feel good. So let's cash that bread.
Already. Well, man, off
alerts going off already.
Off the rip. We could talk about this game because now it's off the boards. And we're talking about Ohio State versus Purdue, the semifinals. The line opened up at 7. It moved up to 7.5 to 8, back down to 7.5, and now it's off the boards. I mean, you can't even find notes anywhere on this game, really. So something's going on that we got to figure it out. But off top, while we don't know what's going on, Marley, Ohio State, Purdue, how you feel about this one?
Man, I'm on that Ohio State train right now. Anybody's about to show. I'm not big on Purdue. I don't feel Purdue, and I feel like a few times I have bet on them, those are the times they lost. And Ohio State, they've been playing pretty good basketball lately, especially in the tournament. You know, since the tournament started anyway, the 4 out of their last 5 games. That they've won, and I don't know, man. I know you like Purdue. That's one of your teams. I think 7 is too much. Went to 8 earlier today, dropped back down to 7.5. I caught it at 7.5. They 3-0 in their neutral site games and 6-4 ATS in their last 10 games. Purdue's 3-7 ATS in their last 10 games. 0-4 on the road ATS in their last 4 games. I know it's a neutral site game. Technically it's not on the road, but it's not at home either. So I like Ohio State, man. I missed the money line last game and I like them. I want to sprinkle on that money line really bad, but I'm not. But give me the 8. I think it said 7.5. I caught it at 7.5, but obviously if I like it at 7.5, I like it at 8. So give me the points, give me the Buckeyes. I know over the season it hasn't looked good, but it's tournament time, man. They've been playing real good in the tournament. So give me the Buckeyes, though.
All right, Marley likes the Buckeyes. I'm right there with you, man. I like the Buckeyes with these points, but man, we definitely need to figure out what the hell
Something is going on, yeah.
is going on right now, man. I kind of saw the game last week, yesterday, and I kind of knew, like, man, they gonna go in. They are like the hottest team right now.
Yeah.
Besides Duke, but I think they are the hottest, sitting at 13 now. To answer my my talks about Purdue being my team. Purdue's my team for the first half. They pretty much played good in the first half. Yesterday they didn't, but luckily I took them on the money line play. And hit that. They hit it like a damn near a logo shot 3 to win it by 1 point. But I think they're gonna run out of gas, and I just Ohio State team. I just think this Ohio State team is real hungry right now, and they got some transfers. It was definitely an underwhelming letdown year for them. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure out what the hell's going on, before I just really give my take on it. But I like Ohio State. If I were to lean, I would lean on Ohio State plus the points. If I'm just a little greedy, can I get greedy? I will sprinkle some on that money line, man, for real. So we got to figure out what's going on. Hopefully the game will come back on the board by a little bit towards kickoff 11:30. But man, like I always say, man, be sure to get on Twitter and kind of see if there's any injuries or any craziness going on right now. 49ers, man, hey, we appreciate you coming in. 49ers said, I can't take Ohio State today. I think they get smashed. Hey, we appreciate you tuning in, man. This is a pop-up show. We call these pop-up shows. All right, because it wasn't really playing like that, but it's just too much action not to talk about. So with that being said, man, let's jump over to the SEC quarterfinals. We're talking about a hot Mizzou team, 24-8, took it to a banged up Tennessee team without their starting point guard. Mizzou sitting at 24-8, while Alabama Crimson Tide sitting at 27-5 on the year. This line did open up in favor of Bama -9. Right now, that line's at -9.5, and the total sitting at it opened up at 158.5. Right now, it's at 158. Get to some of these actual factors real quick. For Mizzou, they're 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games, 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games against Bama, 4-9 straight up in the last 13 games against Bama, 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games when playing against an opponent in the SEC conference, and the overs hit 8 out of the last 8 games whenever Mizzou plays in the month of March. Now, actual factors for Bama, 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games. The overs hit 4 out of the last 6. They are 17-3 straight up in the last 20 games, 17-2 straight up in the last 19 games against the SEC conference opponent, but 2-6 against the spread in the last 8 games in the month of March, but 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games when playing on a Saturday. There aren't any injury reports right now. Ronnie DeGray III, he is questionable with a knee injury for today's game for Mizzou. And Trey Gomillion, he is questionable as well. Now for Bama, they are good to go. Dominique Welch, he is probable for today's game with a back injury. Like I said, Mizzou took care of business 79-71 against Tennessee, and Bama came out and put it on Mississippi State.
Oh my God, didn't they?
So, with all that being said, Marley, I know you don't have a play, but do you have any insight for this game?
I think I want to lean Bama. I don't want to be a product of that one game, but Bama been smacking up people honestly all season. It's not necessarily just that one game. I think they're like 8-2. Yeah, 8-2 in their last 10 games, 8-0 as a favorite. But then you look at the ATS, they're only 4-6 ATS, so is Mizzou. But yeah, it's just too many points for me and against a Bama team that they have shown the capability of blowing teams out. Obviously, they just blew out Ole Miss. Not Ole Miss. Who the fuck they just played? Who did they blow out yesterday? I can't remember who we just
Mississippi State.
Yeah, Mississippi State. I said Ole Miss, but I mean Mississippi State. Yeah, but it's just too many points for me. I was on Missouri yesterday against Tennessee. Wanted that money line, but got scared. Just took the points. But I'm gonna stay off this one today. There's too many other games I feel I can jump on.
Yeah, I'm not really. I don't have a play for this one. Yesterday was crazy because first half play. In the last 6 games, besides yesterday, Bama's been losing them. And I was kind of wanting to take them first half yesterday, but I'm like, damn, man, last 6 games they lost them outright. But they can't take care of business. They was up by 20 at halftime yesterday. So, but this Mizzou team, man, very, very, very tough. They grind people out. led by Brown. I don't know, man. I don't have an official play for this. And if I were to lean, I will probably take Mizzou first half with the points. Yeah, Bama just can't. Bama won one out of the last 7 games, the first half, and that was yesterday. So I think Mizzou can kind of keep it just a little bit close, man, for that game. So, hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets. And let's get to our next game. And we talking about them damn third ward Cougars, man. Them Cougars, they cost me a lot of money yesterday. That put me in a hole yesterday, but I was able to climb out of that and rise out of the ashes like a phoenix. Cincinnati taking on Houston Cougars. Cincinnati, they are 21-11 on the year, while the Cougars are 30-2. Line open up in favor of Houston minus 10. Right now, that line's at 9.5. I'll get to some of these actual factuals real quick
Where you been
for Cincy. Cincy's 4-1 against spread last 5 games. The overs hit 6 out of the last 8. They are 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games. 1-8 against spread last 9 games against Houston. 0-8 straight up in the last 8 games against Houston. 8-3 against spread in the last 11 games against opponent in the American Conference. 7-3 against spread in the last 10 games in the month of March. 4-2 straight up in the last 6 games on a Saturday. But check this one out. 1-13 straight up in the last 14 games when playing as an underdog. Now, actual factors for the third world Cougars, they're 1-6 against the spread in the last 7 games. They're underset 4 out of the last 6. They are 10-0 straight up in the last 10 games, 12-0 straight up in the last 12 games against an American Conference opponent, 18-2 straight up in the last 20 games in the month of March, but 1-7 against the spread in the last 8 games when playing on a Saturday, and 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing as a favorite. Injury reports, as we know, for Cincy, John Newman and Rob Finney, they are out. They've been out for the majority of the season, while Houston Cougars are good. Yesterday in the quarterfinals against Temple, they put it on them, winning 84-54, while Houston Cougars were playing around with East Carolina. They ended up winning 60-46. Last time these teams played, the last time these two teams played, man, I know for a fact Houston put it on their ass, like big time. But with all that being said, Cougars taking on Cincy.
Yeah, man, I don't. Not betting on Houston till we get to the tournament. The big tournament, that is. Although they've been winning their games 10-0 over their last 10 games, they're only 3-7 ATS. And you know, I can't do 3-7 ATS with big point spreads like these. Although, you know, they're the way better team since he's 7-3 in their last 10 games. Let me check that ATS record over their last 10 games. Yeah, 7-3 ATS in those last 10 games. They obviously made it this far, so they've been playing good in the tournament. You know, I just don't know what I'm gonna get from this Houston team. Like, are they gonna come out and you know, lock them down and be who they supposed to be, or are they gonna come out and pussyfoot, as they say? Yeah, I feel you. You know, taking Cincy 11. I'm not mad at that. I don't know how you got it 11 though.
Yeah, that line's at 11. Jeez.
Yeah, I thought I saw 9.5 last time I saw it too. I still got the lines right here though.
Yeah, I'm on our official sponsor, and I got
9.5. Let me refresh this board and see if anything changed.
Hey, but ain't nothing wrong with buying them points, man. I bought some points yesterday that kept me alive, man. Shit.
Yeah.
What?
Let me well, yeah, no, not nothing official for me on this one.
All right. Well, I got an official play for this one, and I think, you know, with a little bit of time
back to that wheel.
I think with a little bit of with a little bit of time off, U of H, they were just a little bit rusty. End up winning the first half by 1 point or 2 points, something like that, yesterday. But I think they get back into the groove of things. I like them first half. The Cougars first half -5.5. I love that play. That's going to be my early morning play. Cougars, y'all lost me damn near $7,000 yesterday, and I was able to climb back. I need y'all to take care of business today. like I said, the last time they played these boys, they blew them out. It wasn't even close. So need some of that mojo, man, to start my morning off. That is my 12 o'clock play. Official Houston. First half -5.5, man. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I am the coach. That's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets. Be sure to be on the lookout for our merch dropping soon as we get that money. Yeah. Hey, let's get to our next game, and this is a game actually Marley called it yesterday. In our chat, he called it, and I'm talking about Vanderbilt taking on Texas A&M, which we both been riding with Texas A&M lately. Some of our picks, but Vanderbilt came out, beat Kentucky outright, man. And Marley called it in our chat. He called it. He said, "Hey, man, I like Kentucky. I mean, I like Vanderbilt. Kentucky falls to me." And sure enough, they took care of business. Shout out to what's our boy over there, the head coach. Damn, what's his name? Jamal Mashburn.
Mash.
Vanderbilt Commodores, they're 20-13 on the year, while A&M are 24-8 on the year. Line up in favor of A&M -5.5 right now. That line 6. Get to some of these actual factuals real quick for Vanderbilt. They're 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 games. They always hit 5 out of the last 6. They are 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games. 2-6 straight up in the last 7 games against A&M. 10-1 straight up in the last 11 games against an SEC conference opponent. 10-1 against the spread in the last 11 games in the month of March. 14-2 against the spread in the last 16 games playing on a Saturday. And check this one out. 6-0 straight up in the last 6 games when playing as an underdog. Now, for Texas A&M, 9-1 against the spread in the last 10 games. The total has gone under 6 out of the last 8. They are 9-1 straight up in the last 10 games. 11-2 straight up in the last 13 games against the SEC conference opponent. 8-0 against the spread in the last 8 games when playing as a favorite. So, injury reports right now. Vanderbilt, they're pretty healthy besides the cat that was out. Like I said, Vanderbilt took care of business yesterday, 80-73 against Kentucky, and A&M fought back. They were down at halftime, but they ended up fighting back and winning 67-61 against an Arkansas team that started off the season with high admirations, and a lot of people thought this was one of the teams that could make it to the Sweet 16. They ended up popping the boys. Vanderbilt, Texas A&M. What's your play?
I'm struggling on this one, Coach. I ain't gonna lie, man. I like Vandy. I don't know if that was
Mashburn. I'm tripping. Jerry Stackhouse.
Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't even catch it.
My bad. Yeah. They do look
You
like
did say
same
Mashburn too.
Yeah,
Same
you
bald
agree.
head. They both got bald heads.
Yeah, both bald head ass.
All right, but yeah, man, you know, we've been riding with A&M, but the thing with A&M, we've been catching them as either small favorites or underdogs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been taking them -5, -6 as I don't want to say huge favorites, but as bigger favorites. I don't think Vandy beats A&M. I think they can cover the 6 though. I haven't made a move on this game, so I don't want to give out nothing I haven't done yet, but I'm strongly leaning to the 6. I think Texas A&M, if I'm not mistaken, Coach, you correct me if I'm wrong. I think Texas A&M is a second half team too, so I think the way to look might be Vandy early because I think A&M wins the game. I'm not sure if Texas A&M covers the 6. But if I'm not mistaken, Texas A&M normally plays great the second half. It's like they go in and make adjustments, or maybe they figure out some shit. I don't know what would normally happen. But the first half of their games normally kind of tight, or they be down. I haven't got to the window yet, but I lean Vandy plus the 6.
All right. Yeah. I probably, if I were to make a play on this one, I'll probably take A&M with that 6. Not first half because they aren't a good first half team, but check this one out. So let's do this. Take them second half. If they're up by 2 or if they're down, take A&M second half. I know it's crazy, but once upon a time, Oregon. I used to cap Oregon like that. I don't know if you remember. That's when we
Yeah.
had your son on the show a lot. I used to jump all over Oregon second half. That was like my thing, man. The tournament play and March Madness. Take Oregon second half. So I'm saying this: take Texas A&M second half. I would take the 6 if I were to lean on it, but for shit show A&M second half, depending on now if they up by 8, 7, if they up by 7 or more, nah, chill. Anything below, yeah, I jump on them. Man, if they losing for shit show, jump on them. So that's my take on that one. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Shout out to Cab. What up, boy? We are Brothas N Bets. That's Marley Bets. I am the coach. And if you can see in my little caption, the last 48 hours have been crazy, man. Started off with $100 after getting mollywopped. What was it? What's today? Saturday. So Wednesday I got mollywopped. I ended up taking a live bet on Oklahoma State. Oklahoma, while they were playing Oklahoma State first half, and I just won $100, chilled on that one. But that Thursday, boom, took off, got the 15. Yesterday, and I know people ain't gonna believe me, man. Cougars cost me a lot. Got down to 3 bands and was able to capitalize and turn that into 20 yesterday. So the shout out to the chase for 20K, man. We getting it. My boy Gambling Graylo, he's on the chase right now as we speak. He's on the chase. He's about at 8. I don't know. I've been hearing the phone go off. What's going on? Because I got mine on silent because I don't want to mess up my.
Yeah, boy, he's at it early. Just know that. He's at it early. And they ain't gotta believe you. Tell them boys to go to the Twitter account. His picture's posted.
For real. Hey. So let's get to our next game. We're talking about the Big 12 championship, the best conference in college football. Not football, excuse me. Far from the best in football. The best in basketball. We're talking about the Texas Longhorns sitting at 25-8, taking on the Kansas Jayhawks, who are at 27-6. This line opened up in favor of Kansas -2. It has gone down to 1, 1.5, jumped right back up to 2. Let's get to some of these actual factuals real quick for the game. For the Longhorns, they're 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 games. The undersets 5 out of the last 6. They are 5-2 straight up in the last 7 games, but 5-15 straight up in the last 20 games against Kansas. 10-2 straight up in the last 12 games on a Saturday, but 1-8 straight up in the last 9 games when playing as an underdog. Now, actual factors for the Jayhawks: 7-3 against the spread in the last 10 games, 9-1 straight up in the last 10 games. The overs hit 4 out of the last 6. They are 13-3 straight up in the last 16 games when playing on a Saturday, and they're 8-0 straight up in the last 8 games when playing as a favorite. Injury reports right now for for the Longhorns. Timmy Allen, he's supposed to be coming back today, so we shall see. As far as for the Jayhawks, Cam Martin, he's questionable for today's game with a shoulder injury. Last time we seen the TCU, Texas, they took on TCU last night, 66-60, in a very competitive game. And Kansas beat Iowa State 71-58 yesterday, man. And 2 games that really got me over the hump, man. I kind of went crazy on them. So with that being said, the Big 12 championship, Texas taking on the Jayhawks, the defending champs. Marley, what's your play for this one, boy?
And you know who I'm riding with, who we've been riding with all tournament, that's been making us money all tournament. And really, honestly, before the tournament, kind of been on these boys all season. Exactly. Well, I'm talking full game, though, but I feel you, Cap. Either way it go, we on them Jayhawks. I'm not going to go over a bunch. I feel like I don't need to go over a bunch of numbers. But if anybody, last 10 games, the Jayhawks are 9-1. 7-3 against the spread, 8-0 as a favorite. Texas, they're 6-4 in their last 10, 6-4 ATS. But 1-3 ATS on the road. I just think at the end of the day, Kansas has the better players and they're the better team overall. Texas is a good team. I think they may be maybe the second best team in the Big 12, which is the toughest conference in college basketball. Maybe once I look at it. But I think personally, maybe, Coach, again, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Kansas is the best team in the Big 12. I think Kansas might even be the best team in college basketball this year. I think they definitely have a chance to be in the Final Four. They'll be in my bracket. They'll be one of my Final Four teams. I'll tell you that for sure. So I like Kansas -2. I'm going to money line that. I'm even going to mess with the 2. You know how I go.
Excuse me, man. A little bit under the weather. My boy. I'm surprised you ain't say it, but I'm gonna say it. Give me Kansas money line.
Me, please.
I don't want no spreads. I don't want no last minute, 2 minutes left in the game, no scenarios of okay, this need to happen and that need to happen in order for me to cover the spread. No, sir, Bob. Give me Kansas on the money line. And I'm kind of with Cap too. I like them on the first half. Texas traditionally is not a great first half team whenever they're going against the upper echelon of the conference. But I'm playing it safe. I like Kansas full game money line to win the Big 12 championship and get ready to go into March Madness. So that is my official play. I ain't gonna be long-winded on that. I'm like you, Marley. It is what it is at that moment. So, hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets, and we ready to get that money, man. It's a lot of money to be made today. Weekend. All right, let's get to our next game, man. Shout out to the former Texas Longhorns head coach, Shaka Smart, who's leading Marquette to the Big East Championship, only his second year with the team. Taking on the Xavier Musketeers. Xavier sitting at 25-8 on the year, while the Marquette Golden Eagles are 27-6 on the year. This is a 6:30 Eastern Time game going down in the Gardens, Madison Square tonight. This game did open up in favor of Marquette -1.5, then it's jumped down to a pick'em, and now it's right back up to Marquette -2 right now, according to our unofficial sponsor, UWager. Get to some of these extra factors for Xavier. Xavier. The overs hit 4 of the last 5 games. They are 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games. 3-7 against the spread in the last 10 games against Marquette. 3-7 straight up in the last 10 games against Marquette. But 6-1 straight up in the last 7 games against an opponent in the Big East. 9-0 straight up in the last 9 games and playing in the month of March. And they are 7-1 against the spread in the last 8 games when playing as an underdog. Actual factuals for Marquette: 13-7 against the spread in the last 20 games. The unders hit 5 out of their last 7. They are 8-0 straight up in the last 8 games, 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games against a big opponent. 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games in the month of March, 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games on a Saturday, and 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing as a favorite. Now, injury reports right now for Xavier. They've been dealing with these injuries lately. Cam Kraft, he is questionable for today's game. Kiki Tandy, he's questionable. He's been on the injury report for what minute now. He's questionable for this game, and Deontay Miles Ford, he's questionable as well. As far as Marquette, Emarion Ellis, he is questionable at the guard position with a knee injury. Now, last time we seen Xavier, they upset Creighton 82-6. Took care of business to make it to the finals, and Marquette took care of business 70-68 against UConn. They were leading that game right there was like a boxing match. Them boys, both teams were throwing haymakers left and right, but Marquette was able to climb up out of there and get that victory. But with all that being said, Xavier, Marquette, Marley, do you have a play on this one?
If they don't cover first half, I might take them live. That's probably why I do first half so much. Gotcha. Man, this is a tough game, dog. That boy, what is his name? Boom from Xavier. Soul Boom. What is this man's name? Sully Boom. That's that boy name. That boy was balling against who did they play last? You just said it. Creighton. Was it Creighton? Is that what you just said?
Who you talking about? For Xavier or Marquette?
For Xavier.
Marquette. I mean Xavier. Right?
They just beat Creighton, right?
Yeah, they beat the crap out of them.
And that nigga Sully Boom was out there balling. But I'm just be honest. I haven't watched really these teams play. I know y'all boys been on them in the tournament, and that's kind of what made me kind of pay attention to them. But I haven't really. I don't even think I watched this conference. It's Big East. I haven't really watched this conference that much. I don't have a play on this game. I guess I lean Marquette. Both of these teams have been pretty good basketball over their last 10 games. Xavier is 7-3 in their last 10 games. 6-4 ATS, but only 2-2 on the road. But I mean at home, but 3-1 ATS on the road for whatever that's worth. And you look on the other side, Shaka Smart and Marquette, they're 9-1 in their last 10, 4-0 at home, 3-1 on the road, but only 4-6 ATS, but 3-1 ATS on the road. So like I don't know what to make of this Marquette team, and they had a tough battle the other day. So did they give us all they got? Do he got some more left? I don't know, Coach. So I don't have an official play on this game. This one I might look at live and kind of see if I can get a feel for the game. But I kind of don't know which way to go on this one.
All right. Well, Marley don't know which way to go, but I do. What up, J.O.? Coach,
Marquette winning.
He said, Coach, I'm from fucking Vegas. Shout out to J.O. He ain't in the trap today, but he in the comment section, man. I'm a Marquette money line, man. I like the way Shaka Smart got this team playing. I like the way they play defense. I like the way he's been drawing things up. I like this Marquette team. I've been following the Big East at one point was our conference, man. So I'm a little surprised. You've been off them this year. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
exactly. Because that Big 12 right here in the backyard.
Say what?
That Big 12 right here in our backyard.
Yeah, I understand. And Marquette, hey man, I'm going with Marquette, and I'm going to money line me, please. Like I said, I love Shaka Smart's philosophy. I love how he's been able to turn this program back around in the last 2 seasons. Xavier, they a little banged up, but some of them guys aren't really key contributors. But I think this Marquette team is ready to go. I think Shaka Smart I think the guys on this team are just sold in, and I just think Marquette's the better team right now. So I'm riding with Marquette as an official play. Money line me, please. I'm not playing around with no scenarios. They got to do this. They got to do that. Full game. Marquette on the money line. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, comment. Let's get these follows up. Let's get these viewers in there. Let's talk that talk. Gambling is in the business. They beat UConn handily. Gambling great low. Let the people know where you're at right now. He is currently on the chase to 20K. He's probably at He's probably at 20. We was talking about it earlier. I don't know. He's probably at 8. Excuse me. I haven't been looking.
He close to 10. Last he updated us in the chat, but he has a bunch of shit pending, as he said earlier. So. He's been up since early this morning betting on European basketball. So
he's been on Euro basketball. He's been on Korean badminton.
He tried to get it.
He said, "Hey, that shit was funny." He dropped in there. He's like, "Oh baby, I'm at 8K," and then I dropped in 23, and he said, "Wow." He said, "Coach, you just motivated me." He said, "Well, I'm late tonight."
Well, I'm going for 20 now.
Shout out to that boy, man.
Shout out to G. G go get that hoe. I feel it today. Like he go get that hoe.
I think so too. If he's just slow the fuck down.
I said the same thing in the chat. I say slow down. It's not even 11 o'clock yet.
For real. Oh man. Hey, we got 2 more games to break in, and we are in the ACC championship between UVA and Duke. Let's get to these notes real quick. Duke, they're 25-8 on the year, while the UVA, they are 25-6 on the year. This line up in favor of Virginia. Of Duke -2. And money has been coming in, which got it at -3 right now. Get to some of these actual factuals. Let's start off with Duke first. Duke 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games. The total's gone over 4 out of the last 6. They are straight 8-0 straight up in the last 8 games. 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games against Virginia, but 14-6 straight up in the last 20 games against Virginia as well. 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games against an Atlantic Coast Conference opponent. 6-0 against the spread in the last 6 games in the month of March. 6-1 straight up in the last 7 games on a Saturday. Now let's get to these Cavaliers, man. 15-3 straight up in the last 18 games. The overs hit 5 out of the last 7. They are 8-2 straight up in the last 10 games against Atlantic Coast Conference opponent. 16-3 straight up in the last 19 games in the month of March. And the overs hit 6 out of the last 7 games. 5 out of the last 6 games when playing as a underdog. There aren't any injury reports right now for Duke. They are healthy. And UVA, like I said, we had Vander Pies. He was out with a hand injury, and Dante Harris. Last time we seen Duke, they took care of business against the number 1 ranked ACC conference tournament team, Miami. They beat them 85-71. UVA beat Clemson 76-56. So, with all that being said, Marley, the ACC championship, what's your play?
They destroyed your boys.
Yeah, they did.
Clemson. But if I'm not mistaken, they beat the shit out of Duke when they played Duke last. That game was in.
They didn't beat
India.
It out of them, but they beat them 69-62 at the crib as a 6-point favorite, and they covered it too.
It was at the crib. Well, yeah. I want them Dukies coming crazy. This is not the same Duke team that they played
a couple of more
weeks. Many weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Filipowski, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think he, if I'm not mistaken, I was watching Sports Center earlier. I don't even think he scored in the last game, and it's somebody else in the lineup that was only playing like 10 minutes of that last game. Now they're averaging like 25 minutes. So it's been a lot. And in this tournament, Duke has been on a roll. Probably been playing one of the couple teams that have been playing good basketball during the tournament. Even over their last 10, over their last 10 games, they 8-2. 5-5 ATS. That's not the best, but still been balling. I'm not really worried about the ATS because, as Coach been saying on his last couple of games, money line me, please. Not fucking around with no spreads today unless I want the points. So give me the Duke, give me these people, and we know they can travel. Give me the fingers, give me sticky finger people on a revenge game, like Coach said. Like I said, different ball club. Now, Virginia does have some defense, so it's something we do got to worry about. But I still like Duke. It's going to be a very popular play today. That kind of scares me a little bit, Coach. But I still like the Blue Devils.
All right. Marley likes the Blue
Devils. They made us money this tournament because we've been riding their ass.
So I'm riding with the first half, man. They've been money in the first half as well. In this tournament play, I like Duke first half.
Oh man, it's the value is so with Virginia though.
Say what?
It's good value you're getting with Virginia though.
Yeah. I like Duke money line on the first half, and I like the full game money line. I mean, hey man, y'all know my rule. If you've been with the show for a minute, you know the rule. Full game, if it's 3 or less, man, we ride with the money line, and we gonna continue to ride with the money line right here. But real quick, you said you like Duke. I didn't add it in. You like Duke for the full game money line? Yeah. We in there. Yeah, I ain't gonna pick back on it. This is a revenge game, and this is a game for the championship, man. So I think Duke gonna be motivated. I like Duke first half money line. I like the full game on the money line, man. And it's as simple as that, man. You know what I'm saying? So hey, for the last, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets. And if you can see in my my subtitle says Chase the 20K complete. It's because I've been riding with 3 teams. And I'm going to give you a spoiler for our next game, the Pac-12 Championship. I've been riding with 3 teams for the last 2 days. Duke, Kansas, and UCLA of the Bruins. Those are my 3 teams I've been riding with for the last 3 days. And I'm going to finish it off today. And shit, you don't know. Maybe I might get up to that 30 and go buy a car. We don't know, man. UA just trying to give me some hassles of cashing out right now. But it is what it is, man. As long as I took mostly everything out and now I'm playing with just a band, it's still some money out there to be made. So, hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in, man.
I agree with you, too.
Tough matchup. Yeah, it's going to be tough, but it's going to be a good one.
Either the last game or this game, whichever game we're talking about, is a tough matchup.
Well, let's get to our last game. And we're talking about the Pac-12 championship between Arizona taking on UCLA. Now, because this was so much of a late game, we don't really do much notes on this one. But I can kind of let you know right now, UCLA sitting at 29-4 as the number 1 ranked team in that conference, taking on Arizona, who are 27-6 overall. Get to some of these. The line did open up as a pick 'em originally. But right now that line's at -1 in favor of UCLA. I do see some 1.5s on the board as well, man. So if you're liking something, jump on it right now. Let's see. Actual facts was UCLA 20-12-1 against the spread this season. They're 7-3-2 against the spread during the current win streak right now, while the Wildcats of Arizona are 16-16-21 against the spread this season, and they're 12-3 straight up, but 10-4-1 against the spread in the last 15 games. There aren't any serious injury reports right now for either team, and let's see. Trying to gather as much information as I can. But the last time we seen UCLA, they took care of business against Oregon 75-56 last night. And Arizona State, they got bashed their rival who upset them the last game of the season with a buzzer beater shot in their home crib. They beat Arizona State 78-59 to advance to the championship. So with all that being said, man, Marley Bets, our last game of the night, the way to end it. Well, not really last, because there is a
What'd you say at the end? I ain't hear what you said at the end.
There's still one play out there. We talking about we talking about UBA. I'm talking about UBA and FAU.
Oh, you already know who I'm riding with on that game. On this game, however, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't have a play on this game quite just yet. I will make a play. Y'all have to keep telling me in the Twitter. I ain't really get too many notes on this game. I do know that last game, yeah, I'm thinking I like Arizona too done. But like Coach said, I've been riding with him with UCLA all tournament too, and they been making me some bread. I hate to go against him right now, but Arizona, man, last time I played UCLA, I think they lost by 9, but that was in UCLA. First half, it was close. They was down by 3 points, and then UCLA took off on them toward the end of the game. I like UCLA. Yeah, I don't have a play. Anything I say right now is a guess. I have to keep up. I'll post my play on Twitter on this one tonight.
I got you. Well, I got to play, and like I said, I ain't booking. I'm on UCLA money line, me please. Okay, I ain't doing the first half. All right, because UCLA's been kind of tripping lately in the first half, but I do like the full game. So with all that being said, I don't want to be long-winded because we got about 14 minutes to tip off for the first games: Alabama versus Mizzou and U of H versus Cincy. I'm on UCLA. Full game money line me, please, to be the UCLA, to be the Pac-12 champions. All right, and I'm ready to hear my boy Walton announced the game last night with his high ass. So hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I am the coach. That's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets. And just to kind of do a quick little recap, Marley, let me know if these are your plays. But it looked like you got 3 plays for today: Ohio State +8, Kansas money line, and Duke money line. Am I missing anything?
No, you're not missing anything. There will be more plays. I'm gonna post all my plays on Twitter. You know, we be second half plays and doing a bunch of stuff during the games. So I'm gonna just keep your eyes on Twitter today.
I got you. As far as myself, here are my plays, man. I like Houston first half -5.5. I like Kansas money line. I like Marquette money line. I like Duke first half money line and full game money line. And then I like UCLA money line. So y'all see what it is. I'm only rocking with one spread, the Cougars, and that's 13 minutes. U of H, they owe me a victory. Lately, for the last month, it's been like, hey, I bet against U of H, I lose. I bet on them, I lose. So y'all owe me one today, goddammit. All right? So let's take care of business. Hey, other than that, man, do you have any leans for today? Let's talk about – I like that late night UAB. Now, I know you like FAU. That's been the team you've been – Huh?
Rocking with FAU. Money line me, please.
Yeah, we're gonna go head to head on that one. I like UAB, man. I like
VCU tonight early.
Say what?
I like VCU early.
He likes VCU on the early games. I'd like Dayton too. That's another game I was looking at, but man, I'm locked in. I got my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got my 6 games today. So let's see if we can go 6-0. Realistically, probably not, but
it be like halftime bets and shit that be really like keeping boys alive too, though. The second half bets.
Second half plays. So, but man, I ain't got nothing else, man. Let's get ready to get to these games, man. Marley, if you can prepare, we can get on out of here, my boy.
Yeah. Everybody, yeah. Let me see. It is this one. Bam, you know what it is. That right there, that's the homie, the coach. I am Marley Bets. This is Brothas N Bets. And like yesterday, Coach popped their ass for 20K. So we definitely popped their ass yesterday. Like today, going for some more. And for sure, we see y'all ass tomorrow. Get ready for this goddamn tourney. And like tomorrow, y'all already know what it is, man. Let's beat Vegas. And we out this motherfucker.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look.